Hey guys, so in this video it's going to be a trade recap. I tried to not do the trade recap in the other video because I wanted to go over some other important things that I needed to say. So this video is going to be the full trade recap of the short that I took on the Russell. I made $80 on the live account and I made a little bit on a 100k eval with top serve. I made 500 on that. So yeah, going through it was an awesome trade. In the weekly recap, I did say I would be taking this. So the moment market opened at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I entered just a limit order short. Very very my strategy. Stop loss at these highs, and then TPs were down here. Full TP was this, except I exited the whole position here. So let's get rid of this. So let's do this then. So I had TPs here, but the full TP where my mouse is, it was only going to be like an extra dollar. So it's happened before where I've been like, I can exit now or I can make an extra dollar. And when I choose to make an extra dollar, I just get break even. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to exit now. Who cares about a dollar? If we hit full TP, great. I'm not going to journal it. That is the real full TP. Because for me, there's no point going through, you know, I exited with the last TP was I exited with $5, or I could have made $6. I mean, what's the point of really pushing it? You know what I mean? Maybe it was less than a dollar. I don't know. So we just exited that. It was an awesome trade. So hop on the daily time frame. So we are very bullish on the daily, but you can see that this fair value gap isn't being too respected. So we have a fair value gap here that's not being too respected. We are failing to make higher highs. We're also failing to make lower lows. Now, the reason I wanted to take the short is because there's no drawn liquidity here. This is just some highs. That's not a strong draw on liquidity to me. All-time highs isn't a big draw on liquidity. And then you just have these 4-hour highs and then these. That was it. So my thinking, and yeah, we were in a bullish daily fair value gap with resistance behind, but you can see that we're not respecting with these wicks. My thinking was the draw on liquidity is way more to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 relative equal lows plus this NWOG. This NWOG wants to get filled. That was my full TP. This NWOG wants to get filled, and I believe it will. It might chop for a little bit, and it should hit. But we're also we could also reverse off this. We'll see. So that was a draw on liquidity, and I believe the draw on liquidity was stronger. You know, we've been ripping to the upside for so long now. It's like I think we're due for a little retracement here, and we were right. So we were so we tapped a 4-hour high confluence fair value gap paired with resistance, also BPR. So forget the fair value gap, but it's also high confluence. High confluence BPR, we can say, paired with resistance. So, sorry, it's very spontaneous, this one. And then we have equilibrium that we already crossed. So we were already in the premium, which is awesome. And just like that, we limit ordered short. Stop loss is here for a very good reason. Stop loss is there because if we did come for these highs, that would mean I'd probably switch biases, to be honest. It was more, what are we going to do first? Are we going to make lower lows first? Or are we going to make higher highs first? And that, to me, that's kind of the anticipation of where price will go for the future. Especially not as an overall, like what I think, but in this situation, like what we're looking at here, is we are kind of just forming like I don't want to do this, but fuck me. We are kind of forming something like that, I can't lie. So if we're just going to keep chopping in the middle, I want to look for the best entry, but also the drawn liquidity. And the drawn liquidity was definitely to the downside. The drawn liquidity for me was that strong. In the previous video you should watch, because I mentioned it, I bought 2 evals so I could enter because I was so confident in the draw. With the evals, I literally got in like here. I got in around there. So a really bad entry, but I was still really confident. We had some bearish news coming out here. If I do this, yeah, that's annoying. We have some bearish news. This is 40 minutes ago. So we have some bearish news coming out, which we just started dumping. TP1 was smacked, and then New York opened right here. Full TPs here. Looks like we're chopping around now, but yeah, it really it goes to show that if yeah, price isn't gonna move for nothing, kind of. Like the moment I saw the moment I saw this, a 1 hour break of structure, I was like, bang, that's the top. I was really confident that was the top. And then we saw this. Come on, guys, that's like pretty obvious shit there. Like, where does price want to go? Obviously, it looks sellers are in control there. We're coming up, and sellers are pushing us back down. This is because of our resistance behind here. This is why we have that mark. So when I entered the trade, I knew that like we would keep going up. Like it's totally all good. My stop loss was perfect. I didn't bullshit it. If I had bullshitted it, which sometimes I do, I probably would have put it there. But I'm happy that I didn't bullshit it. I put it legitimately where the trade would be invalidated. So I was confident. I was like, man, we're gonna keep going up. But the moment we hit some of this resistance, the moment we hit some of these sellers, like we're gonna go down. And we were right, which I was really happy with. Um, that's pretty much the trade. The 1 hour didn't really matter because we entered off of the 4 hour. The 4 hour was enough. 4 hour high confidence BPR, equilibrium, drawn liquidity. Um, and that was it. We are though, however, I'll show you this. This is also part of the reason I just full TP'd. So the drawn liquidity is this, but I'm not predicting what's happening after the trade. I've mentioned this before. I'm not predicting what's happening after the trade. So we can reverse off of this. We definitely can because we have now entered a buy zone. For me, a buy zone. If I want to continue taking shorts, I need to see us keep going down for me to get it, for me to think bearish. So I was bearish, but I was only bearish towards these lows. Kind of understand what I'm saying? I'm not bearish like we're going down forever or we're going down for the next week or the next 2 days. I'm bearish until these lows are hit. And that's what you only need to be right for however long the trade is. This trade was like pretty long. It was over 12 hours. It was like a 16-hour long trade, but you only have to be right until where your stop loss is and where your take profit is. So that's pretty much the plan. We executed up there, and like I knew the draw on liquidity, and bang, that was it. On Friday, I believe. Yeah, so this is Friday, New York Open. We failed to take these lows because we had bullish news. Yeah, that was crazy. If you like were paying attention that Friday night, you would have realized that, especially on the Russell, you would have realized that we were coming for those draws in liquidity. I was in shorts around here. I was like in shorts there, and then I got stopped out. No break even, stopped out. This was TP1, and we had these TPs, and we were coming down. And the next thing you know, bullish news came out, and we ripped up. I'd hop on the 1 minute time frame, but I'd have to find it. No, I'll hop on the 1 minute time frame. I'll find it for you because it'd be so easy to find. Found it. So we had bullish news come out right here. So we ripped to the upside. But because I was in the trade and I was watching it, I was actively watching it, I was like, we want these lows. So because we had the bullish news and we ripped to the upside, I know that we still want those lows. The only reason we went up is because news came out. News fucked it. So I know where price wants to go because I was literally active, watching the price. So I knew where price wanted to go. The only reason we didn't hit full TP on Friday, hit those drills on Friday, was because news came out and we wanted to. So now market's open, bang. I know where market wants to go. We come up, we fill some orders in that fair value gap that we entered off of, bang. Fucking bang. So yeah, 1 to 2.6 risk to reward. Full TP was like a 1 to 2.8. But yeah, that's the journal one right there. And hope you enjoyed the trade recap. $80 on the live account, I believe $80. Whatever I said in the start of the video, and then 500 on the top step eval. Watch the previous video and you'll understand what's going on with all that. But yeah, it's unfortunate we can't be taking Russell trades on the 5%ers account. Really unfortunate. So it's part of the reason that I bought. It is the reason that I bought the 100k evals on the alpha and top step. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good one. See ya.